Hello and welcome to Serial at Midnight. I'm Heath, and in this episode we've got a stack of new Imprint and Via Vision releases. Ooh la la. Via Vision is the parent company of Imprint, and all of this has just arrived from Australia. Everything played perfectly fine on my Region A locked player, except one item here that is region locked. What is it? Guys, we continue to be your source for complete Imprint coverage. We have covered every single Imprint release to date, going all the way back to number one, going all the way back to number one. This is Casey Kasem talking about Imprint. It's a long distance dedication from Barbara Stanwyck to William Holden. There's a Barbara Stanwyck, William Holden movie in here. We've covered every single Imprint release to date. Previously, in my last Imprint video, there were 3 titles that had been delayed, and they weren't here for that video. Now they are, so that's the 3 that we're going to talk about. Got 3 Imprint titles to talk about here, and then 3 Via Vision releases that they are Into the West, the complete epic miniseries from Steven Spielberg, the complete series of Lost Girl, all the seasons in a box, and the complete, this is Carry On, the Ultimate Collection. I'll go ahead and tell you, this is the thing that's region locked. It's DVD and it's region locked, which I have a region free DVD player, so it's not an issue for me. So let's dive into these releases. By the way, before I go any further, thank you for thumbsing up, for liking this video, for subscribing to this video. That is how this channel grows. That's how YouTube sees the engagement with the audience. If you like, if you comment, if you are subscribed, that's what YouTube uses to judge promoting this video for other people. So if you want to see Serial at Midnight grow, please, and I hope you do, please do those things. If you want to take your level of support to the next stage, we have tons and tons of Patreon perks. There's over 130 exclusive videos just for Patreon. I do the Collecting at Midnight series for Patreon. I think we're coming up on number 29. Where I just sit down and talk about my own collecting habits and the curation of the collection and trying to, keep things flowing. But anything that you can do to support this channel is super duper appreciated, y'all. All right, let's dig into this Imprint time. What are these numbered? Hold on. So we're going to do number 153, 155, and 156. Kicking it off with Edward G. Robinson in I Am the Law. I'm not sure what the emphasis. What's the emphasis here? I just want to read it like Judge Dredd. Like, what if Edward G. Robinson was Judge Dredd? Because, Judge, like Stallone, he's like, I am the law. But what if, so it'd be like, I am the law, yeah. Hey, Moses, you thought you were in charge, but I'm the law, see? There's a 10 Commandments reference. All these classic movie references are just peppered throughout here for your viewing enjoyment. This is a really interesting movie. It is Edward G. Robinson in the early 30s, he was the gangster in the pre-codes that shocked the censors. And here he's playing the other side of the coin. He's playing the lawman. He's a law professor who gets put in this position to clean up the town, to clean up crime. And he realizes as he's doing this how high the crime goes. Like, it's all around him. Corruption has infiltrated his office. And it's a really interesting movie. What I love about these, it's a Columbia picture. Columbia in the 1930s was still afoot. Columbia, and this is what I like to say, in the 1930s, Columbia still had a foot in Poverty Row. If you want to know more about Poverty Row, I did a video about it with C. Courtney Joyner, and I highly recommend it. But Poverty Row, really, really low budget movies, but they also had these aspirations and, award winners, and they were really trying to become something more. So you get this mix, and that's what this comes out of. And it's really good. It's an hour, I think hour 27, hour 23, but it does everything it needs to do. There's some things in here that I'm actually really surprised that the censors, that the Hays Code were okay being in the film. But you can find out for yourself. So here is the slipcover. Here's the Blu-ray cover. And there is, as you see, there's no special features here. There's actually no special features for any of these 3 that may have just been a matter. I don't know. Speculation is dangerous. I'm just wondering if to get them out, they're like, just get them out. Let's, with everything going on in the world today, it may have been easier to just get these out. So I'm just happy to have the movies. And I should say, all 3 of these Imprint titles that we're talking about are worldwide debuts, worldwide Blu-ray debuts. They've never been on Blu-ray before. They are worldwide exclusives. So here's Storm Center with Betty Davis. Do I make the joke that she's got Betty Davis eyes? I did. I found a way to do it without committing to it. Betty Davis hits the screen in a cyclone of dramatic fury. So I haven't seen this one or the next one that we're going to talk about yet. These just arrived, and being worldwide Blu-ray firsts, I will be exploring them soon. But I'm excited to check it out. Betty Davis is great. This is a 1956 movie, I want to say. Yeah, Columbia Pictures, Betty Davis, Brian Keith, Kim Hunter. So here's our last of the imprints. Golden Boy, another Columbia picture. When I think of Golden Boy, is there any more Seinfeld fans out there? When I think of Golden Boy, I think of Jerry's yellow shirt. It's Golden Boy. But this is a romance. Stanwyck, William Holden, Adolphe Menjou. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Again, haven't seen it, so I'll be discovering this one for the very first time, and I'm really excited to do it because Stanwyck, man, and this is, what is this, 1939? You're seeing it before I'm seeing it. 1939, yeah. Oh, check out the sex appeal on this. Wowie wow. Wowie. Wowie wow wow. Oh yeah. All right, so we'll be talking about these. I continue to write all my reviews for CerealAtMidnite.com. They go to Letterboxd. They go to the IMDb critics section. But always check CerealAtMidnite.com. If you're not hitting up CerealAtMidnite.com every single day, chances are you're missing about half of what I do, because I'm putting up reviews or some content that's not here on YouTube just about every day. For Via Vision, we're switching over to some TV stuff. So this is Into the West. I haven't seen this in a long time. I watched this when it was new in 2005. It was I believe it was a 6-part miniseries. You know, Steven Spielberg, and it was Tom Hanks as well, in the early 2000s had done Band of Brothers. And I think their goal at the time was to really revitalize TV, because television, now we're living in a golden age of television, and there's more being released than we'll ever be able to watch. We're being swamped with content. But at the time, I think the idea was like, let's make TV this wonderful thing again with cinematic values, you know, shot on film, lavish budgets and things like that. And so this is basically the story of the West through both sides, through the settlers, through the Native Americans. And the cast was pretty great too. So they name checked Beau Bridges, Graham Greene, Matthew Modine, Kerry Russell. I also remember here, Skeet Ulrich is here. If you're a horror movie fan, or a Riverdale fan too. Who else is in here? Rachel Lee Cook. She's all that. She's here as well. So it's a 2-disc set. It's got lots of special features. I'm just going to hold these up. Rather than read everything to you, I'll let you read it for yourself. But I'll show you the discs in just a second. My memory of this was that it was very, very good. And this is another one that, as far as I know, I checked, but always do your own independent research. I don't think this is available anywhere else in the world on Blu-ray. I think that this is a Via Vision Blu-ray exclusive, or a Via Vision worldwide debut. That's probably a better way to say it. Lost Girl, the complete series. A series I've wanted to check out for a while, but I've never seen Lost Girl. I know, but it's that thing where there's just too much stuff. It's funny because I grew up in a time, I talk about this sometimes in my videos. So one of the reasons I like a lot of old things, why when an Eddie G. Robinson movie shows up, I just pounce on it. When I grew up, I'm an 80s kid, and there was not enough TV in those days. So we were watching 50s, 60s, 70s, even 30s and 40s movies and old westerns. Like, that was what was on television, because there wasn't enough television to fill the airtime for all these networks. Now, of course, it's totally different, and so it's just hard to get to everything. And Lost Girl is one of those shows that I've heard really good things about. I'm a sci-fi guy. I'm a fantasy guy. I'm a comic book guy. I love these things. So I really have wanted to get to this for a long time. Now I have the opportunity. It's all 5 seasons. All 6 seasons in a box, because 5 and 6 are combined. I guess those were shorter seasons. But they are, again, everything here is region-free or play perfect. I'm not going to say region-free because I can't speak for your player. So I'm going to say, I've heard people have said that their PlayStations have problems with some of this stuff. I played all of this perfectly fine on my Region A locked player, except for the Carry On movies. This played perfectly fine for me. I checked multiple discs. I saw Eric Roberts was in an episode. I was like, hey, it's Julia's sister. No, he's Julia Roberts is his sister. He's the brother. So this is an 18 disc set, all 6 seasons. Here are the special features that are included. Guys, let me know what you think about Lost Girl. I guess my concern about it, because I know that it's supposed to be like edgy, and sometimes when something tries to be edgy, it tries too hard. Torchwood, okay, Doctor Who fans, Torchwood was trying so hard to be edgy, and it just came across like the kid that hangs out at Hot Topic at the mall, and it's like, when I was younger, the goths would hang outside of Barnes & Noble and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. That's what Torchwood felt like to me, is the kids outside of Barnes & Noble smoking. Is Lost Girl like that? I mean, I'll find out soon enough, because I'm going to check it out for myself, but I want to know what you guys think. So here's season 1. Season 2. Three and 4. And 5 and 6. And I said 18 discs, right? So everything, by the way, they put 5 episodes per Blu-ray, which is great. 6 always makes me a little nervous. And 4, I'm like, you could have put another one on here. 5 is perfect. 5 is kind of the standard. It's the industry standard for what you should put on a Blu-ray. Because it's like 3.5 hours of HD content. That's about right. All right, let's talk about Carry On. So I have seen some of these movies. I actually have a Carry On box set that I imported from the UK a few years ago, but I still haven't made it all the way through the movies, because there's, 30 of them? I think there are 30, yeah, all 30 original films, by the way. We can't hide this. Got a little dinged up in transit, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. So I've seen some of them. I don't even know that I got... okay. Don't want to wax philosophical and just like tell you everything I know about the Carry On movies, but this is the complete series of Carry On films and the Christmas television special. So here's the television specials. And here are the film collections in 2 volumes. So 2, I like to call these kind of brick packages or clamshell packages, but I don't know. There's a name, and you guys have already told me what it is. You've probably commented below. So they're doing 2 movies on each DVD. Isn't William Hartnell in the first one, Doctor Who #1? Isn't he the... Yes, he's got top billing for Carry On Sergeant. They just get so silly, but here's the interesting thing about when you watch some of these British movies is that they are, for all the like, ooh, they're cheeky tales of ribaldry. They're very tame by today's standards, but you see them evolving and getting like more and more naughty as the 60s are going on. So I have yet to get to the really, really naughty stuff, if it ever even does get there. But I'm telling you guys, like, I'm really happy to see this, and I'll show you all the special features that are included here. So I'm going to hold this up. I want you guys to freeze that so you can read everything for yourself. All right, hold on. There we go. And scene. Tons and tons of stuff here. Now I'm just I've just been like being immersed into the special features. There's a ton of stuff. I mean, a ton of stuff. Audio commentaries on every single film. That's fantastic. Theatrical trailers on select films, image galleries. Phil Silvers on-set interview for Follow That Camel. I love Phil Silvers. It's a mad. Hold on, is it 3 mads or 4 mads? Now I can't remember. Whatever it is, that's the kind of mad world that it is. So anyway, remember, this is going to require either a region free player, or you're going to have to be in, what is this, region 4? Yeah, so, but hey, these are Australian products released for an Australian audience, who's a huge part of the Serial at Midnight audience. So Australia, I should have said this at the beginning. G'day, thank you for watching these episodes. And thank you for continuing for Serial at Midnight to be a source for what's coming out in Australia. But other people get to play too, and that's what's fun about this stuff as well. So I love covering all these releases. I love covering releases globally, worldwide, and I appreciate you for watching these. So thanks so much. Take care. Until next time. By the way, let's continue the conversation about this stuff in the comments below. Have you seen any of those 3 movies? Have you seen the Bette Davis movie? Have you seen the Eddie G. Robinson movie? Because if you have, I'm going to talk about it in the comments below. Guys, thanks so much. What's your favorite Carry On movie? Take care. Until next time, I will catch you later.